I'm just going to bring my gentlemen in quick responses, right? Derek Ejekum, you have one. Ebo will have one as well, and then Mark briefly, and then my man is also saying he wants a right of response. But if he's spoken, I'm giving him a right of response. I don't know how you should also be responding to a right of response. But Derek, briefly, just 2 minutes, because we have to talk about your internal elections as well. So just 2 minutes.
The conversation is all about due process and what is right. I am not of the view that if somebody may have looted state funds, the person deserves certain kind of treatment or certain kind of protections, because at the end of the day, monies that could alleviate some of our plights are ones that have been absconded or are ones that are in the pockets of people. And so if somebody is involved in any matter relating to corruption or corruption related offenses, I don't think it is okay for some people to be defending. But the point is that the mere fact that we say Ebo is engaged in a corrupt or corruption-related offenses of 55 million.
Why do you like to use people hypothetically?
No, but when there's somebody so mention
right of response, people are heckling. Let's do it.
So Yoko puts across
I have another conversation.
Miracles, they're investigating Miracles for 55 million cedis. That alone is not enough to say that Miracle is corrupt or Miracle has stolen state money. Please, you see, we do these things to hurt people. I say it all the time.
Reputations and all of that.
We do these things to hurt people, and by the time that they are exonerated, they are hurt beyond repairs.
For example, give an example.
That is what the problem has always been.
Right.
So please, let us do so by doing it right by the people.
Fair.
That is our only reason why we decry these persecutions, these witch hunts, and all of that. It wouldn't serve any of our problems. The future is pregnant with triplets. Let's tread cautiously.
Thank you. Quickly, then I'll come to a
contrary to what my
brother. We have to do it quickly because I have to.
You know, when corruption becomes widespread, citizens tend to lose confidence in public officials, and Miracle is a public officer.
3FM 92.7.
So when we allow these things to go on this way and continue to defend, it emboldens others to continue to do the same. Besides, the Ghanaian people, as I earlier said, have lost confidence and trust in our system, especially with the issues of corruption. It's about bad governance and our roles that have been deployable, which in leadership are now attending to it. At least we may manage it. But when it comes to issues of corruption, it angers the people the more. Let's try and make corruption a no-go area.
You see, when I mentioned the issue of at a point in time, we need to touch our laws. You see, Ethiopia, last year, they passed the law, retroactive law, the law that goes back 10 years. And what was the essence of the law? That if you had occupied public office and you had acquired any property, you should be able to tell the state how you acquired it. So the burden of proof is not on the state, it's on you. Ethiopia has done it. And they've seized, confiscated a lot of properties. Singapore has a similar law, where the burden of proof is on the accused, not on the state. Because people have a way, if you see somebody all of a sudden within 2 years, the person has a mansion, you should be able to tell the state how you got the money to build it. It shouldn't be the state to prove that you stole money to build it. The person himself should be able to tell. That's what I'm saying. We need to, if you really want to fight corruption successfully,
it's in the laws.
I just said the corruption is a natural concomitant. Poverty is a natural concomitant of corruption. People are poor in this country because of the way people loot in this country.
Fine.
So let's touch our laws to be able to solve some of these problems.
Right. We're going to talk the NPP's internal. It was right of response.
I deserve mine. Just brief, very, very brief. Now you see, I just want to expose the formula. So from now on, going forward, we can all look and see. Number one, there's a 3-year time frame within which if we don't get Akufo-Addo behind bars, he walks. So NPP has been trying very hard to walk that 3-year time frame. We are almost 2 years down. It's left with 1 year and about 4 months for Akufo-Addo to walk.
Right.
Now, once he walks, he becomes the person that they will use as a shield. Look at what's his name, the MPA guy. What's his name?
Mustafa Hamid, and the claim that he was
said,
given a house.
Yes,
that's clear.
It's a very good point. I want to make it clear that Akufo-Addo gave him the house. So are you going to ask Akufo-Addo under what circumstance? The man who was holding the purse also runs. That is Ken Oforiatta, and he stays out long enough for Akufo-Addo to walk.
Fair enough.
Then Baumia is put in place as flag bearer so that all those around him can claim persecution and they make a prosecution become a political
Fair
game.
point.
We must be vigilant. No thief will walk, including Akufo-Addo and everybody else down from Bawumia through to
his
spokesperson.
Speak to me on your internal elections, constituency level elections. It does appear all is not well on that front. There's a call that is being made for me at 9:30, so I'm going to squeeze this one through. But talk to me on that. The panel believes that the party is in serious trouble with the manner and nature of which things are going.
I don't think so. So far, so good. Just that there are a few constituencies that have their own issues relating to the album reorganization and all of that. But it's normal to have a 276 constituency elections, and just a handful of that has its own issues, and I don't think this in any way will affect the unity that we have. Will affect.
Are you sure? Okatakyie is languishing in prisons, in police custody somewhere. Nobody's minding him.
No, he has been released.
He's been released now.
Yeah, he's been released. Well, it's one of those things, and I don't think. I don't
in
think
NPP, it's one of those things in NPP. It's normal.
I don't support electoral violences and all of that. But of course, just as I indicated, 276 constituencies. Obviously, there will be a few casualties here and there, but I don't think that is enough to distort our peace, our unity as a political party. We are reorganizing ourselves. In come September, Boache Ejaku will be elected as national chairman. Kwame Poku CID will be elected as national youth organizer, and then we'll take it out from there.
Ebo.
Yeah. Akufo-Addo a good MPP. Is in Fante, if you come to Fante history, we have something we call Akufo-Addo Egu, and Nanompo. Akufo-Addo Egu MPP. This is why I speak it in Fante. Akufo-Addo Egu MPP. Akufo-Addo has collapsed MPP. You see, look at what is, I told you about me. I've been a youth organizer of MPP before. For 8 years, I was the youth organizer of the party. And this MPP is not the MPP that I joined. This MPP, you see, let me tell you what is even more serious. My own good friend, my schoolmate, my friend, my body, Mystic. Are you a free?
Yeah.
Are you a free?
My neighbor, my roommate.
Yeah. Are you a free? Has publicly said that as for the constituency elections, you can allow anybody to win, because that is where the action is. So we need people, old faces, to be able to fight for the party to win power. But when it comes to the region and national, you need to be a Bawumia loyalist before you can be elected. This is MPP for you. And they talk about democracy. This is a party that talks about democracy. Look at how this guy was beaten. You see when I see some of the young guys who don't know the party they belong to, I laugh. MPP, see the way Okatakyie was beaten. This is just the beginning.
They broke his head.
And others were, it's only Okatakyie. People were beaten all over the places. Because that is MPP for you, a mafia party. You see, a political party, already you have a very weak, incompetent leader in the person of the Bawumia, Alhaji Bawumia. Instead of you to having such a weak and incompetent leader, clueless leader who ran away from the economy to digitalization, they just package a slow achievement small for him to work with. Such a person is your leader. Instead of you to look at the party and how you can strengthen the party so that even with a strong party and a weak leader, you can do something. Now you are weakening the party the same way you have a weak leader. And if I hear them say, we are going to win the next election, I laugh. It's like they have to say something to represent something. Right. So, indeed, Akufo-Addo's legacy is what is showing in MPP that the center cannot hold. In government, you failed woefully. In opposition, you are failing. Look at their behavior in parliament. Look at even their behavior in the party. Something happens, those who are contesting, you see, yesterday, those who went to Yoko, all of them are people who are contesting for positions because they wanted a platform to showcase and to sell themselves. All the people contesting were there. And they granted, all of them granted interviews to show strength. That we are here to support our brother.
It was a popularity contest.
He must replace Miracles as
Mark, come in for me and then.
Issues of politics is my field. My field, my main concern.
Election watch, so political parties, right?
I believe that these are things that really and naturally occurs in political parties. There are violence here and there, misunderstandings here and there. But we are trusting that policies that have been formulated would, one way or the other, reduce to the barest minimum issues of violence that occurs. I've said that there shouldn't be any day or any time where people's decision to go and elect a leader will lead to confrontations that will bring about people vandalizing themselves and killing themselves. I realized that the NPP had made some mistakes, and it is important that they identify those mistakes and correct them. Some of the mistakes are that when a political party is going for an internal elections, they decide whether to handle the elections themselves or they hand over to the Electoral Commission. By so doing, you submit your albums that contains your delegates to the Electoral Commission. Now, on the day of the elections, the commission now brings out the album, gives copies of the albums days before the election to the aspirants and or their agents, so they can track and know who are coming as delegates to vote, so that they don't bring different people from the market circles and squares to come and represent the voting. I believe the NPP couldn't do that, because if they had done that, I'm not sure a secretary can grasp the voter, the register, jump through his window, and then boot away. Or a chairman could decide that no, you are part, but you are not part because you are not a Bamian loyalist. I think that is a very big mistake.
The albums are manufactured. They sit in their bedroom and manufacture it.
Which is wrong. Even if you are manufacturing it, you give it to the Electoral Commission. On the day of the voting, you bring it out. What they have done is rather disintegrating them. It is rather creating a lot of apathy among. Oh no! As a CSO, I shouldn't be happy about this. No, I want you to organize yourself. Because you are an alternate, all right? You are an alternate. Not that you are.
And it serves the country.
It
serves the country's interest.
Not that they are the biggest opposition, all right? Or the alternate which is going to win power in 2028. Because there are other parties that are also coming up. And I know the UP and other parties are also teaming up, which is going to bring a different force. And that is what the Ghanaian people have been looking at.
Fair point. Mr. Derek, you have a final word and then.
I believe that this is what the NPP was trying to avoid in the first instance. If they had allowed fairness to prevail in the internal election, bottom up, the product of the results would not be the same, because Bamia and his boss Akufo-Addo and their Ken Ofori-Atta had made them so unpopular that they would not have, won at the base, and would have trickled through to region, national, and then ultimately the flag bearership would have been won by Ken Ejipon. Unfortunately, Ken Ejipon has left, or is being booted out even as he exits, and the base is coming. The base is going to take the remnants of the NPP after the majority of them have gone to the UP. The party is in disarray, total disarray. And of course, Bamia now losing his aids and etc. to corruption, and Ghanaians becoming more aware of the loot that Bamia and his people did.
NPP is now synonymous to corruption.
Yes. So I think that the end has come. So I urge my good friend and namesake to flee from disaster. You can see the floodwaters are coming. Please run to higher ground. Okay.
Right. Gentlemen, thank you. Mark Usiako, convener of Election Watch Ghana. Derek Ejekum is a member of the NPP's communication team. Prince Derek Eje as well, a member of the NDC's communications team. Ebo Bachman is deputy communications director of the UP. My guest in studio this morning.